Hi there, welcome back. How are you today? So today I feel inspired to share some of I Am Light, I Am Dark, the sole purpose of the soul. I was reading the back cover. I had another chapter to read, but this back cover is so beautiful. I thought I'd start there. Here in this book, we want to dive even deeper into who you truly are. What does your soul truly want? Only you can know that. Because each soul has a different purpose. In truth, each soul has its own agenda. And as much as you may love your family and friends, each of you has your own path. In fact, your soul came here to have a specific experience. Therefore, everything you have experienced up until this point in your life was meant to happen. Furthermore, your soul carefully selected these experiences. As a result, it has led you here, where you are now standing on a precipice. Until now, you were asleep, completely unaware of the miracle you are. But we are here to help you get in touch with that part of you. Here, you can begin having that conversation. So take a deep breath in. Relax. Know that you're meant to be here. Trust your heart. From the moment you took your first breath, I was here with you. And when you take your last breath, I will still be here. In the meantime, enjoy this life, knowing that when that last breath comes, I will be waiting for you with open arms. It's the back cover. It's so beautiful. Don't know if you can see it through the glare, but the writing will be up anyway for you. Oh, that's so lovely. I love the bit, because I'm in the middle of writing the next book. Once I start a new book, I'm so engrossed in the information that's coming through that I tend to forget all the beautiful information that's already been shared in the previous books. But I love that part because each soul has a different purpose. In truth, each soul has its own agenda. As much as you may love your family and friends, each of you has your own path. And the last two lines here are just gorgeous. From the moment you took your first breath, I was here with you. And when you take your last breath, I will still be here. In the meantime, enjoy this life, knowing that when that last breath comes, I will be waiting for you with open arms. That's just so beautiful. That to me gives me this peace in my heart. You know, when that last breath comes, I will be waiting for you with open arms. It's just so beautiful. So beautiful. You know, sometimes I stop to think if I have any fears left in this life, because I know I don't fear dying now. You know, I know when I go, I'll be all right. I'm taken care of. I'm in good hands. And now, just as I finished reading that, the only fear I have in this life is to leave without finishing what I needed to finish. Leaving things undone, unsaid. You know? So perhaps in this video, we look at that. Perhaps that is Spirit's message in this life, in this video. Is there anything in your life at the moment that you feel is unsaid? That you feel you need to say? What is stopping you from saying it? Is there anything in your life at this point in time that you feel you need to do? You feel you need to do this. Your heart wants you to do this. This is your calling. And by calling, I don't mean work. I don't mean job. I don't mean change your job to do something, you know. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about things that are unresolved within us. It could be as simple as getting in touch with someone that you need. You know you need to get in touch with them. Doing something for someone that you know needs your help. These little things. I'm not talking about the big things. I'm talking about little things that add up and at the end of it turn into one beautiful life. Because a life isn't one big thing that we do. It's all the little things that add up. All the little memories, all the little deeds, all the little words that add up. So in this beautiful video, we invite you to look at the things you feel you need to say. Look at the things you feel you need to do. Imagine, always imagine, because I had this urgency when I was writing the first book, and my daughter was getting very close to turning 5 years old. And I thought, wow, between me, there was a huge shift when I was 5, and there was a huge shift for my mum when she was 5 because she lost both of her parents. So there was an urgency for me when I was writing Your Past is a Gift. What if my time runs out and I don't finish it? What if today is your last day? What if that's it? Tonight you have a heart attack. Done. Finished. Do you feel you'd be okay with that? Do you feel you've done everything you could have done? You said everything you could have said that you wanted to say and do in this life. This life is about you, not anybody else. As it says so beautifully in the back of the book, each soul has its own agenda. And as much as you may love your family and friends, each of you has your own path, your own experience that you came to have. So today we invite you to look at your life. And if this was the last day you got to live, what would you do with this day? What would you do? What is stopping you from doing that? These are the questions. What would you do? What would you say? And what is stopping you from doing and saying what you feel in your heart you need to be doing? You only get one life. As much as we come back many times, because I've had past lifetime regressions, I've seen past lifetimes, but you have this life. This life is already afoot. It's already happening. So what are we doing with it? What are we doing with it? Are you making the most of this life that you have? The next life that you come in, you may not have the children that you have. You may not have the partner that you have. You may choose something completely different. Each life that you come to experience is unique, is different. You will only get to experience it this time, in this way, with the parents that you had, with the partner that you have, with the children that you have or don't have. This will only happen once. That's why each life is precious. You only get to do it once. With everything that is as it is. You know, my daughter, we had her through IVF. We couldn't have her naturally. We waited for over 15 years. I did everything. I went to a naturopath. I was doing the charting where you know, find out when you're ovulating, all that sort of stuff. It was such hard work. But we couldn't make her naturally. It just wasn't happening. We went to the clinic. We had all the tests done. They couldn't find out what was wrong that we couldn't fall pregnant. There was no real reason why we weren't falling pregnant. And I went and I did IVF with my husband. I got incredibly sick, almost died. I ended up with ovarian hyperstimulation, and my body was just completely rejecting the baby that they had implanted at the time. And that's when I went into my second depression, when I lost that baby. I was so done. I was so depressed. I was like, I'm good. I want to go now. I'm done with this experience. So done. You know, I was like, please just take me now. I just don't want to do this anymore. And then my daughter that we have now, 6 months later, I went back to the IVF clinic and I asked them to implant one of the eggs that had been fertilized. And she was the one that took. And sometimes I think, well, if I'd have stayed with my first partner, I might have ended up with 3 or 4 kids. We were different. He was a different partner. I might have had a different chance of falling pregnant with him, because there was nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with my partner either that they could find. You know, I would have had a completely different life. I would have been engrossed in being a wife, in maintaining a good home, in raising my children. I would not be here talking to you. I would not have sat down to write any of those books. I would have been too busy with my human life. That would have been my human experience, because with my first partner, my whole world revolved around him and what he needed and what he wanted. I was conditioned when I was growing up that this is what love looked like. That our world as women revolves around our men. So, as you can see, each lifetime is different. And the choices we make in our lifetime, you know, it's like that movie Sliding Doors. Our lives could be so different had we chosen something else. But we didn't, because in this lifetime, this is what we were meant to experience. This is what we were meant to go through. So feel within your heart right now. What do you feel you need to say? What do you feel you need to do for this life to feel complete for you? Only you can know what that is. Only you can feel within yourself and say, oh, I really need to do this. I really need to say this. And when I do this, when I say this, then I know I can go. My life is complete. Only you can know in your heart what that is for each of you. But this life is a gift you've been given. You only get it once, with the people that you have around you, with the parents that you had. You only get it once. It's like that beautiful butterfly that comes and hovers in front of you for 2 seconds and disappears. The next time you see a butterfly, it will not be that same butterfly. It will be a different one. Even if it looks very similar, it is never the same. It is a different butterfly because that one has already passed. Every moment is new. Every moment is an opportunity for you. An opportunity. Every moment. It's up to you whether you do something about it. So, make today that day where all the things that you feel are unresolved, you take a step towards resolving that. Make this life the best life you've ever had. Because only you can do that. Only you can know what it is that you're meant to be doing. Only you have that information in your heart. So you need to tap into your heart and ask. You'll know as soon as you listen to this video. Everybody knows. What was it that I was meant to be doing? What was it that I was meant to be saying? Everybody knows. You feel into yourself and you know straight away. It may have to do with your children. It may have to do with your parents. It may have to do just with you, something that you're not doing for yourself. Something you're not saying to yourself. It may be that simple. All right, my beautiful beings. So take the first step today towards resolving what feels unresolved in your heart. I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And make this the best life ever. Only you can do that for yourself. Bye for now.